Hey, welcome to Outdoor Quest TV. I'm Vanessa Harrop, and we're in the middle of bow season in Alberta, and I'm just warming up for this afternoon's hunt. Hopefully we'll have some success this afternoon. But first, we're going to show you some hunts from earlier in the season where we went through some incredible ups and downs. So our plan is to work this fence line, and it's early afternoon, so we've been watching the deer feed in the morning, early mornings, late evenings, nights out on these fields, and we're pretty sure they're bedding in these aspen stands. So we figure if we can just sneak in real slow, work our way, who knows what we may find. So let's go. They could be right in here. We've seen them bed right in here, so we're just gonna go real slow. Looks like there's a couple of deer right in there. We're gonna have to sneak in on hands and knees.
There's actually 4 or 5 in there, and there's a couple kind of higher up on this side, and there's 2 or 3 back in there, so pretty much all look like bucks. I can't see if there's anything really good or not, but the ones I can see are small, but the ones a little further back, can't really get a good look at right now. Like you say, probably best we just sneak in a little bit closer and see what we can do, but sneaking out on one whitetail is tough. Sneaking in on 5, I don't know. Let's try.
I just want to see if there's anything else out in the back there. The 5 are still there. We made it in. A few bedded back here, but
maybe move out to your left a little bit. Just kind of use that tree for cover, but you got a pretty open shooting lane there. Looks like, what, about 35 yards? Yeah, they kind of know something's up.
yeah, I've got enough trees. I'm just gonna sit up a little bit.
Get ready, because I think they're coming.
Outdoor Quest TV is brought to you by Hornady, accurate, deadly, dependable. Zeiss, we make it visible. Defense aerosols, bear spray, for when your life depends on it. Sako rifles, demand perfection. Closed captioning brought to you by PSE Archery, the precision compound bow experience. Introducing the Carbon Air Stealth 35, along with a new Evolve cam system powered Evoke 35 and Evoke 31, PSE's newest precision compound bows.
You know something's up, just I'd get in position. Okay. Here's a shooter.
He just wouldn't turn. He didn't give me a shot at all. Oh, what a bummer. He was huge. But I can't believe we managed to sneak that far. We crawled for I don't know how far. We managed to sneak in on 5 bucks, whitetail bucks. Not only that, there were doe up on the top there, but holy, what a rush. That was incredible. Oh. Oh. My heart's just pounding and the adrenaline was just unreal. To get that close, that was unreal, wasn't it?
So if you follow Vanessa and I on social media, or if you've watched their TV show much, you're gonna know there's a lot of bears where we hunt deer and elk, and both black bears and grizzly bears. So we always carry bear spray with us, especially when we're bow hunting. And our Yukon Magnum bear spray, it's always on our hip. That's the important thing. Like, don't have it in your pack or stuffed away somewhere. If you need bear spray, you're gonna need it fast. It needs to be handy. So have it handy and also know how to use it. Now, I'm gonna talk a little bit about the effective distance of bear spray today, because that's what most people don't really understand, is how far away the bear needs to be when they spray. So rather than use my brand new canister, I've got an older one here that's expired. So the first thing you do is you pull it out. You'll notice it's got this orange safety tab on it. And what that does is prevent it from accidentally going off. So what we wanna do is just pop that off, and then we're gonna point it at the bear and spray. I like to do little short bursts like that. And that leaves some spray for you. And it's as simple as that. So I'm gonna go grab a tape measure and I'll show you exactly where our spray pattern is. Okay, I got my tape measure, so let's measure. I had that stump out at about 15 yards and I can see my spray pattern's a little bit short of it, which I kind of expected. I'm just gonna set my tape measure on this so it can hold it. You can see the spray pattern starts about here, and that's exactly 16 feet. So the idea when you're spraying a bear is not to coat them with the capsaicin. What you want to do is get that capsaicin atomized and get him to breathe it in. That's what's going to stop him, is when he gets in his lungs. It makes it really uncomfortable. So this is about as close as you'd want to bear. It's about as close as you'd want to bear anyways, but so about 16 feet is the start of my spray pattern. And we keep going out, so there's 25. And that's kind of about the middle of my spray pattern. And the end of my spray pattern is so about 39 feet. So that's my effective spray pattern, from 16 to 39 feet. So if you ever find yourself in a position with a bear, you don't want to discharge your can too early, but you don't want to discharge it too late either. So hopefully that gives you an idea of where you want a bear to be when you spray it. And people always say, well, what about when there's wind? Sure, the wind will stop your spray pattern a bit, so count on it not going as far, but it will still push through the wind. And people always say, well, what if I get some in the face? I'd rather have a little capsaicin in my face than a grizzly bear in my face, and it'll still fend him off. As long as he breathes some in, he is going to take off. Outdoor Quest TV is brought to you by Stoney Creek Hunting Gear. It's in the blood. Loa Boots, simply more. Silver Willow Taxidermy, see the difference. Safari Club International Canada, first for hunters.
Well, we spotted a bear down in the bottom of there, and can't see him right now. He's just dropped into a dip, but thought it was a grizzly at first. We've been seeing a lot of grizzlies out here this year. Well, actually every year there's a lot of grizzlies out here, but brown colored bear, and just automatically thought it was a grizz. But we've had a black and a brown on our trail cameras a fair bit. So I imagine it's that brown one. The black one wasn't with him, but it's, I think what we'll do is try to sneak down the bottom. There's an oat field just on the other side there. I think it's probably where they're feeding. And then there's kind of almost a creek bottom here where I imagine he's coming back to bed. So what we'll do is we'll get down there and see if we can get on him. But I just don't see him anymore. There's just a bit of a dip there, but I'm 99.9% sure it was a black bear and not a grizzly. I think he's just in behind this rise. That's kind of why we couldn't see him from up top too.
Do you want to do a bit of a cow call or something?
You really want to call a bear in?
You said you could run faster than me. I got bear spray.
I do too, so. Yeah, no, why don't we do that? Why don't you stay here? I'm gonna go back a little bit and call. And that way if he comes, he's gonna hear me back here and hopefully he'll walk by you.
Okay, sounds like a good plan.
Sure, a predator call. We just have predator called actually a lot of bears in over the years, but a cow elk call, I could probably make it sound like something's dying, but let's wait for Vanessa to get in this position there. And it's only 90 yards to the top of that rise there, so if he's just on the other side of that. Plug your ears, this might not be pretty.
He's coming.
Definitely on the call. wind's been kind of swirling all day long, but it's kind of like this right now, so hopefully it doesn't switch.
Oh no. I think that wind just switched on us. Just as he was coming in, I felt the wind hit the back of my neck. I was just hoping he'd stay a little bit further this way so that he wouldn't catch our wind. And you could just see when he went, poof, gone.
Outdoor Quest TV is brought to you by Alberta Outdoorsman Magazine, Alberta's only hunting, fishing, and trapping magazine. Deluxe wall tents, built in Canada for Canadian conditions. Midland Radios, communication for every adventure. Tika Firearms, second to none. Well, as you can see, we had a pretty amazing bow season. We had so much opportunity, but we could just never quite put it all together. So we headed into rifle season with a lot of optimism. You know, we were seeing 40 or 50 whitetails every day. There was lots of does, lots of bucks. And as the season wore on, we just kept seeing more and more bucks, and they just kept getting bigger. But unfortunately, most of them were just young deer. And, you know, we figured if we could just let them grow for a couple more years, man, we'd have a lot of good bucks in the future. But we had an empty freezer, and we'd promised the landowner we'd take a couple deer off his property, and we had a brand new Sako carbon light that we had to break in. So we took it down right to the very last day.
There's some deer just coming up the hill.
Let's just crawl out there and see maybe if there's a lone doe with them. Let's just get up top that little knoll there.
Okay.
Okay, that should be good. I don't know, it looks like those two fawns are with that front doe.
Oh look, there's one coming up behind her. Here she comes.
Well, she sure didn't go far.
She certainly didn't. Well, you know.
Funny, I always kind of feel bad when we shoot a doe, and I mean, I shouldn't. It's a really critical part of management. We actually get what's called supplemental tags here, and it allows each of us to shoot one antlerless whitetail deer.
Yeah.
And the reason is there's just a lot of deer. We were seeing, I don't know, we were seeing 40, 50 deer a lot of days during the whole season. So
Yes.
there's no lack of deer here. And the rancher that owns this property really wanted some deer taken out. Just they're eating his crop, so it's kind of a fine balance. I mean, he's quite friendly to wildlife, but
Yes.
at some point we have to manage it. So we wanted to break this carbon light in. We got the new Sako carbon light here in the 7mm odd 8, and I packed it around the sheep mountains. We packed it out here for a month.
Yeah.
And this is the first shot that's been fired out of it. You can see the tape that's been on that barrel probably for 2 months. So, but a great way to do it. Yeah,
You always get to break the new rifles in, though.
I don't know, like, lucky, I guess.
Yeah, I think that was good. But we got some great meat here for the winter. You've seen we have had one of the most phenomenal seasons ever. We let a lot of great bucks go, and we're hoping next year some of those bucks we let go are going to be bigger ones. Good job on your shooting there.
Thank you so much. Great camera work.
I hope. These companies have provided products and services that are critical to hunts conducted on Outdoor Quest TV. You can check us out online at outdoorquesttv.com. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.